My grandfather came here to Carnoustie in 1883, and he was appointed, well, what we would now call professional, but really he came as a club maker. About the 1890s, we got a situation where a few of the local people immigrated, simple as that, to the United States. And then the thing is too, the wonderful thing is they took what they'd learnt here. They'd taken the skill of the club making, but they also took things like course design, greenkeeping, teaching and playing, of course, as I've said. And one journalist of the time said, there's hardly a club in the United States that you won't find a Carnoustie man. So that was encouraging. The Carnoustie 300 went on for a long time. Probably the earliest was about the 1890s, 1880s, and I had friends that went out as late as 1960. And the classic example is the Smith family, which really illustrates very well how this whole thing worked. And you had Willie Smith, brother MacDonald Smith, which an awful lot of people have heard of. And MacDonald Smith, by the way, was one of the very few people that Ben Hogan praised highly, because he played a game with him and he said it was the best game that he'd enjoyed. Alex Smith goes out then as well, another brother. So Willie wins one US Open, because they got it going there, and Alex wins two. Alex was a foreman with my grandfather in one of the shops, the one further along at that time, I would say, and he went out on the recommendation of grandfather. And this then started this really massive thing, and that's why we talk about 300. But it got to the stage that the match secretary of the Carnoustie club was honestly getting to the stage of being seriously worried how he was going to field a team, because half of them were abroad, if not more. The Carnoustie men like George Lowe were kind of responsible, and part responsible for founding USPGA. And then we've got really nice stories like the legendary Bobby Jones, for example. Now Bobby Jones, he was a little lad at the time, and he saw a Carnoustie man named Stuart Maidens, and he said in a couple of books about his life that he was really that inspired him and made him think, this is what I want to do in life, I want to be a golfer. So the interesting thing for us, and particularly for me, is my great uncle Archie taught Stuart Maidens. So you see how it goes. It's dun 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 out all the way, so that all these connections float out. There used to be an old saying that, yes, we taught the Americans how to play, but we taught them too well. There's another saying was that if you can win the Carnoustie Club Championship, you can win the US Open, which was probably true enough, because they weren't as advanced as the lads were here. But then they soon got up there.